Spectrum earlier when she was switching everything over. She came and got me, and I'm like, what? And she's like, he wants to know why we use our own equipment and not theirs. And I was like, well, because if we use our own equipment, you guys don't have access to it. Because if you go into my router without permission, it's a felony. And they're like, he's like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, if it's not your equipment, you have no legal right to go into it whatsoever. Just because you provide the service, you're not providing the equipment, which means you have no access to it whatsoever. And if we see in a security alert showing that you went into our router to change a setting or something, it's completely illegal and it's a felony. It's a federal crime for you guys to do that. So I like having my own. That way you guys can't go in there and change one of my settings. The only thing you can do is shut the service off if it's unpaid. That's the only thing you can do. But you don't go into the router to do that.
Nope. Well, unless they hacked it, they'd have to have your password.
Yeah, well, most people are stupid. Like my one, I never changed, so it's just the normal admin and password.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, some of them...
Admin?
Yeah, it's literally admin and password. That's what they set them to automatically, is your username is admin, your password is password.
I had one that was admin, and then the password was admin.
Mm. Some companies do change it up here and there just so they're not exactly the same, but I've noticed the bigger ones all do the same thing, like Ubiquiti and Linksys and a few others. They all do the same shit.
Yeah, I didn't like using their networking stuff either. I always provided my own. They always give you garbage. It ain't good for gaming.
Yep, and that's what. And the guy was like, "Well, so why do you do it?" And I told him that, and I said because and I like having my stuff set to my own speeds. Like, you guys give us, you charge us for a gig, but your equipment only goes up to like 800 gigabytes. So you know what I mean? If you're paying for if you're paying for 1 or 2 gig internet and your equipment only goes to 500, then you're not getting your fucking stuff worth. But most offset routers that you buy that go to a gig or two, because they said Florida is one of the only states that actually has 2 gig service, which I didn't know that until today. But I know that ours...
It's only limited to the big cities.
Well, Florida, like, everything's considered major now. Even the small towns are overcrowded and populated like cities, so... Ours is ridiculous. Our population literally has tripled in the last 6 months. They had to hire...
Keep them fuckers down there.
No, fuck that, dude. They ruin everything. They're like, oh, people in Florida are so fucking crazy. You guys, like, and you hear all the crazy stories that come out of Florida, but what you don't hear is what causes it. Almost, like, the Florida man stories, yeah, that's their own thing, but the car accidents, the fights and stuff like that, they don't tell you that it's usually always triggered by some northern fuck. They do not know how to drive for shit, dude. In Florida, whether it's raining, or a hurricane, or windy, or anything else, we drive fast as fuck. In fact, they just changed, I don't know if you saw that or not, but all the freeways are changing from 70 to 80 miles an hour, and the city ones are changing from 60 to 70 miles an hour. Apparently that's supposed to be...
faster than here.
It's supposed to be the whole country that's changing.
Not here. Going through Knoxville, still 55.
The only time... Well, it's the freeways and highways that are going up.
Yeah, it's I-40.
Huh.
I-40 is 55 and 60.
The only place I know...
when you get outside of town, it goes 65.
That's probably why, though. They probably had accidents there before, or something happened, or they were just being safe, but...
Well, the highway out here that goes past my house used to be 55, and they dropped it to 45.
Did someone die?
They on this road all the time.
That would probably be why then.
I mean, they can't build a straight fucking road in this state. It's all old wagon trails they paved over.
Are there
Everything
like
follows
all
a damn
dirt?
creek.
Are there all dirt roads or sand fucking roads that got changed?
Which we are in the Appalachian mountain range, so there
Uh,
are some obstacles.
Appalachian?
Appalachian.
Appalachian.
Assalamu Appalachian.
No, I'm just fucking with you. So in New York, there's actually a town that's spelled the same, and it's the start of those mountains, or it's on the offset of those mountains or something. And it says it's supposed to be like, and it's actually the name of their soda too. They have Adirondack soda and they have Appalachian soda. But people, I used to say, oh, you know, the same thing as you, the Appalachian Trail and stuff, and they're like, no, it's Appalachian. I'm like, huh? And it really is. Everybody says Appalachian because that's what it's actually called. I don't know if that just applies to the town or if that applies to the mountains too, but
I don't know if that's true or not because the name is derived from a Native American term.
yeah, I know. That's why I said I don't know if it applies to that too or if it's just the name of that town. Look, I wonder if my phone will pick it up. Appalachian, New York. See? Appalachian, New York. Is the town of Owego, Tioga County, New York, located west of Binghamton in the southern tier region. Hey, that's where I'm from.
I grew up in the Rocky Mountains.
Appalachin.
These mountains are tiny little foothills compared to what I'm used to, or was used to.
Now, Rocky Mount in North Carolina, that's not the Rocky Mountains. That's just Rocky Mount, right?
Yeah, Rocky Mountains are a completely different range. Rocky Mountains go all the way from Mexico all the way up through into Canada.
I know that, but I meant like Rocky Mount is just the name. Like it's actually just called Rocky Mount, not Rocky Mountain, right?
Yeah, the Rocky Mountains is a whole range. There's tons of individual mountains in them. Like the mountains surrounding Las Vegas, that you've got Mount Charleston, you've got Sheep Mountain, Black Mountain, and Sunrise Mountain.
I know that's what keeps the sand from blowing into the city, right?
Well, Las Vegas is a valley, and it's surrounded by 4 mountains. It's a big bowl.
Don't they have something that helps keep the sand out too, though?
There's sand dunes, and the sand tends to stay in its general area, but the dunes are constantly changing shapes.
Okay, and what is the Burning Man? Does he set himself on fire?
No, Burning Man's a queer festival.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I literally thought it was like a dude that set himself on fire and ran around.
No, it's like flaming.
Oh. Because I remember them talking on Shameless. She's like, "What is the Burning Man? Like, does he set himself on fire a little bit each day, or?"
I always thought it was something similar to the Wicker Man, but no.
What, Nicolas Cage?
You remember? You know what the Wicker Man was?
I saw the movie.
They'd actually put people inside of like a prison of sticks, and then set it on fire. Burn them alive in a ceremonial.
Like the witches.
Yeah.
So I did not know that's what it referred to.
There was a ceremonial execution. They said the screams of the people inside there would made the effigy sound like it was screaming.
Reminder, any unauthorized tampering with power lines is prohibited. Looking at you, Sector F.
I don't know if it's true lore or if it was spawned by the movie.
I'm pretty sure that it's true lore, but it makes sense. And usually movies get it based. Movies use real historical events. Like, that's the one thing I love about movies is they do their homework and they have to make it as close to real as possible. So if someone looks it up, it actually